In this tutorial in Titler Pro, I'd like to show you how to make a horizontal line appear magically and then expand horizontally. Let me show you the effect that we're talking about here. We'll go back near the beginning of this particular example here, and what we have is a title in Titler Pro 1.5, which came with my copy of PowerDirector. I go ahead and hit play. And this is the effect I'm looking at. We have the until Labor Day moving, but if I click back here again, you see this line begins in nowhere and it expands in both directions. I think that's a kind of cool effect for an ordinary horizontal line. So let me show you how to do that. First of all, you need a line. And if you don't have one, I have a lesson in the Photoshop Elements section at Sharper Turtle that shows you how to simply, in probably a minute and a half, create a horizontal line that you can pull into your project. When I have it, all I have to do is click on File and Import Image. And here I have green line. So I'll double click on that. And now I have another layer here with this same green line. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to draw one. Now right now I have this graphic here in the way, so I'm going to go down and click on Until Labor Day Only and click on Hide Paragraph. That's sometimes helpful as you're editing, but make sure you don't forget that you've hidden it. And now I have this shape. Unfortunately, Titler Pro 1.5 just calls every graphic the same name, shape. So I have a line here and I need to move it above my little note here about the percentage discount. So I'll move it about there, and then I'll go ahead and I'll make it bigger and thicker, just about something like that. That looks pretty good, maybe a little closer. And now I have my line. The problem is the bottom line expands, the top line doesn't. If I hit my play here, the bottom line's doing exactly what I want, but the top line's not. How did I get it to do that? Set a keyframe for my shape number 1. So I'm going to turn on my keyframe, and I've got a keyframe here. And with the playhead here, I'm going to set another keyframe with a plus key. Now I have 2 keyframes in the same locations. Now the second keyframe, where we're about 2¼ seconds in here, is a keyframe where I want this line to be full width. But I don't want it to be full width to start. So all I need to do is in my shape here, go back to keyframe number 1. So that's pointing in the blue bar all the way at the beginning, and I want to make it smaller. All I do is click on the scale, and I drag this back, watch it get smaller, as far as it will possibly go, 0.1, which is virtually invisible. And so at this point in time, the line is this size, and now as we step through it, and I'll just drag through, you see the line enlarges identical to the one below it. Okay, so that's what the keyframe does, and then once it reaches this point, it stays at that size for the duration of the title. Now I can go back to my Until Labor Day Only and unhide that, and let's see what it looks like now. I'll hit play. And I have my lines coming up above and below the MSRP sign here. And so that is a nice little effect. You can also do the same thing, obviously horizontally or vertically, depending on what you want to do. But it's a nice way to take a line and make it do something more fun than just be there.